Let's dive deep into the story of Noah's Ark, a tale of faith, obedience, and divine intervention that spans multiple chapters in the Bible. The story of Noah's Ark is one of the most well-known and captivating narratives in the Bible, found in Genesis chapters 6 through 9. It tells of God's decision to cleanse the earth of its rampant wickedness and start anew with Noah, a righteous man chosen to preserve life on earth. The story begins with a stark portrayal of the world's moral state. Humanity had become corrupt and filled with violence. Genesis 6:5 says, "The Lord saw how great the wickedness of the human race had become on the earth, and that every inclination of the thoughts of the human heart was only evil all the time." This pervasive evil grieved God, and he decided to wipe out humanity along with the animals, birds, and creatures that move along the ground, for he regretted creating them. Amidst this corruption, Noah stood out as a beacon of righteousness. Genesis 6:9 describes Noah as a righteous man, blameless among the people of his time, and he walked faithfully with God. Because of his faithfulness, God chose Noah to be the vessel through which humanity and animal life would be preserved. God gave Noah specific instructions to build an ark, a massive vessel that would house Noah, his family, and pairs of every kind of animal during the flood. The dimensions of the ark were enormous, 300 cubits long, 50 cubits wide, and 30 cubits high. It was to be made of cypress wood and coated with pitch inside and out to make it waterproof. The ark would have 3 decks, a door in the side, and a roof. God made a covenant with Noah, promising to save him and his family from the impending flood. In Genesis 6:18, God says, "But I will establish my covenant with you, and you will enter the ark, you and your sons and your wife, and your sons' wives with you." This covenant not only ensured their physical survival, but also signified a new beginning for humanity. Noah was instructed to bring into the ark 2 of all living creatures, male and female, to keep them alive during the flood. Additionally, Noah was to take 7 pairs of every kind of clean animal and bird, ensuring their preservation for post-flood sacrifices. Genesis 7:2-3 details this command. "Take with you 7 pairs of every kind of clean animal, a male and its mate, and 1 pair of every kind of unclean animal, a male and its mate, and also 7 pairs of every kind of bird, male and female, to keep their various kinds alive throughout the earth." When Noah had completed the ark and gathered his family and the animals, God commanded him to enter the ark, for the time of judgment had come. In Genesis 7:11-12, the Bible describes the catastrophic event. In the 600th year of Noah's life, on the 17th day of the 2nd month, on that day all the springs of the great deep burst forth, and the floodgates of the heavens were opened, and rain fell on the earth 40 days and 40 nights. The floodwaters rose and covered the earth, submerging even the highest mountains. Every living thing on the face of the earth was wiped out, people, animals, and birds. The waters flooded the earth for 150 days. Genesis 7:24 says, "The waters flooded the earth for 150 days. During this time, Noah, his family, and the animals remained safe inside the ark. After 150 days, God remembered Noah and the creatures in the ark. He sent a wind over the earth, and the waters began to recede. The ark came to rest on the mountains of Ararat. After several months, the tops of the mountains became visible. Noah sent out a raven, and later a dove, to see if the waters had receded. The dove returned with an olive leaf, signaling that the flood waters were abating. Finally, the dove did not return, indicating that it had found a place to rest. God instructed Noah to come out of the ark along with his family and the animals. In Genesis 8:16-17, God says, "Come out of the ark, you and your wife and your sons and their wives. Bring out every kind of living creature that is with you, the birds, the animals, and all the creatures that move along the ground, so they can multiply on the earth and be fruitful and increase in number on it. Upon leaving the ark, Noah built an altar and offered sacrifices to God. Pleased with the offering, God made a promise. Never again will I curse the ground because of humans, even though every inclination of the human heart is evil from childhood. And never again will I destroy all living creatures as I have done. Genesis 8:21.